Hi guys, ECG's here. Here we are at the round 5 of Hong Kong WGP 2021 Spring D Standard, and we are having a Bruce mirror match, which quite a few Bruce actually get to the top 8 cut. So this of course is basically the top table. So both players are kind of guaranteed get to the top 8. And they both are Bruce player. So okay, so here comes the over trigger going away, which is benefiting the left side player because it's not triggered as a normal your drive check. But going first is still benefiting the right side because they can get into final rush one turn earlier. But you can also see him dropping to PG. I think he prefer to have more attacking resources instead of going defensive. And you can see him playing basically in grade 2 turn. He just play every single stuff on the field, free lines, trying to push as much as he can. So once he get into Bruce and get into final rush, he can use all of the high power to push forward game. So this game will be a very fast game compared to the Bruce versus Barrel Magnus match that it takes a little bit longer. And the left side player is kind of doing something similar. Also, the right side player is also the player that actually playing during one of our rounds when the Barrel Magnus versus Bruce match, and he's also the Bruce player. Okay, so he uses the grade 2 to intercept, so not allowing it to hit the Eden, because if you allow that to hit, the soul charging is coming in for Leonard. And he's dropping a trigger, so I think he's almost giving up his defense and going all in. So now getting the Bruce and probably attacking Vanguard. It's a damage pushing turn. 2 pass into nothing, but he get a personal right ready for next turn. So at least his spread roll will get plus 10k for sure. And now he's using Eden to attack Eden. That if you allow that to hit, your Leonard will be gone. And if you intercept with the Leonard, which is also what the right side player wants to get rid of Leonard. And now attacking Vanguard, still trying to kill the Eden if hit. So we can see that the left side player do have a Bruce in hand, but he actually need to survive next turn because his opponent is only one damage, and during this turn with a final rush he's not going to do a lot. So let's see if he decided to clean the board or still trying to push damage. So he only have around 4 cards in hand, and if he play one more regards, he will have 3 cards in hand. Okay, so play the Marjorie, trying to push Vanguard to Vanguard, and no guarded, so he got an order and a Marjorie. Both are not defensive card, which means, and one is the Bruce, so that means he only have like 2 cards, and which one of them is the PG and probably another one is a trigger based on his hand shuffling. So he probably need to take a lot of hit next turn. Okay, and the Marjorie is trying to get rid of one of the Eden, depending on if the right side player do have enough resources to build the field back. So now getting final rush and personal right. Then we can see if he actually can use the order. Okay, basically just doing that right now. Draw 1 and hope for it. Okay, he put a top deck a Leonard. So the whole front row is now plus 20k, which is basically the most ideal situation he wants to happen, and to push damage, because he now have Leonard to hit something that can bring a unit out and soul charge, Aiden that can hit and kill something, or at least withstand with a crit, and Bruce is still 33k, so defensive trigger is not going to help too much for this turn. So he's only attacking with Leonard without boost, trying to get a soul charge, and okay, on hit, hitting a heal trigger, and he actually forget to soul charge. And Elden coming in, Eden coming in, not Elden. I think he's also trying to push for damage, so he's also 35. And as I said, the left side player don't have a lot of resources to guard actually. 3 dead card in guarding. 1 is a PG and 1 seems to be a front. So if the attack hits, he can pop something if he wants to. But okay, so here comes the Bruce skill. Bring back all the 35k attackers. Going in at no guard. Order into front. That's even crazy. The whole front row is now plus 30k. So it's a 45 plus 8, 53. That is massive. And now Aiden has a crit, so this attack needs to be stopped. Unless the left side player completely give up. But I don't think he is. But in order to guard that with the cards in his hand, is probably just only the PG and save it. But what is he dropping? For the PG will highly affect how his next turn. So he's thinking, okay, still use the PG and drop the front. Yeah. And now Leonard is going to hit whatever and will just hit, because what he left in his hand is Bruce, Marjorie, and Order. None of them has shield value. So charge, and he's thinking if he wants to pull the doggy out. Yeah. So this is a little bit miss on the right side player, that the first Leonard hit he actually needs to soul charge. And now going to the left side player turn, he will be doing basically exactly the same thing, Personal Right and Order. But he's 1 turn slower, and his opponent is on 2 damage. So he can try to push this turn, but without Leonard, trying to help him clear 2 regards in 1 hit, that's going to hurt. But Marjorie can draw him cards. He's playing the doggy, trying to fill up the soul, and playing another Eden for Marjorie to put in. You can see his resources is basically drained. He only has 1 card left in his hand, so if he can't survive, if he can't push enough, then he is going to lose in the next turn. And his opponent's got a defensive trigger, so at least one of the 10k different row is kind of cancelled. So now he is going in with Aiden for 35, which can be guarded for 15, and it's not looking good for the left side player, for sure. Okay, and it's being guarded too. Then now Bruce going in, so +5, bring back 2 up. And now let's see how the right side player reacts to this attack. Is he taking it? Okay, he's taking it. first check order, second check order. So yeah, another 2 dead cards for defensive. So he basically need to win this turn. If not, basically it's game over. Unless he meet a over trigger, which still haven't appeared from his deck, which right side player already has his over trigger gone, and he's trying to get rid of regards. Okay, so double front protection, and he has no person right, but he got the order. So it's basically kind of the same as personal right, but he can't withstand with Bruce, so he's directly going with Bruce with high power, and the doggy can plus 10k to another regard to adjust the power, just in case his opponent get a defensive trigger. So seems the left side player only have a Great One and a trigger to guard. So that's 1 damage, no trigger. That's probably end of game because his hand is not big enough to defend other attacks. So let's see until the end if he's going to get a heal or not. If not, that is the end of the game, which also tells us going first in Bruce is very important, especially against the mirror match. Yeah, so that's the 6 damage. Right side player wins because he's going first and he pushed enough. And starting on next time, we'll go to the top cut. Yeah, so thanks for watching guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.